You ever just open your mouth and go, why am I like this? Hi, good morning. My name is MeganBatoon and I am really trying to muster the want to finish this guest bedroom makeover. I have been working on this room for probably a month and a half now. I've been so slow because I don't want to be doing it. I would rather be in the studio making art, but the thing is, if I don't do a room at a time, I'll never finish. Here's the growth, okay? Normally, I would break my back trying to finish this room in 48 hours. For what? Literally no reason but me making up contests to make myself stressed out. We don't do that anymore. So I've been taking my time with this renovation. I think I'm going to finish it today. I don't want to, clearly, because I'm fully dressed, and I guess maybe I'm going to finish it wearing this outfit. Fashion never sleeps. Let me show you where we're at, and then I'll show you where we came from. Percentage-wise, I am probably 60% done with this room. I've been flooring for the last couple of days, and all I have left is one row. But I have to cut it with a table saw, so I'm kind of like, oh, this is a lot of work. But you know, we're gonna finish it today. We are going to finish. I can easily just edit this out if I don't finish. We're gonna do it! I'm gonna feel so much better when it's done. I know I don't wanna do it right now. It's gonna be a whole lot of effort. But when it's done, I'm also leaving town tomorrow. I'm going back to LA. If I finish it, and then I leave, and then I come back, then I'm setting future me up to not hate current/past me. So really, I'm doing this for you, me. If you ever wanted to know what it's like to have this braid, I'm just gonna save you from that. Without showing you too much of the after, let's revisit the befores. This is the smallest room in the property to begin with, and the drab colors make it feel even smaller. The walls are bluish gray with this 80s texture. There's wall-to-wall purple carpeting. Generally, the room is pretty dated, so the goal is to modernize it and brighten it up, making it look bigger than it actually is. The first thing I'm doing is pulling up the carpeting. I'll cover every inch of the floor because next we are skim coating. I'm diluting joint compound with some water, getting a thinner consistency so it's easier to apply on the walls.
Not me, it's the tool! Okay, maybe it's a little bit of all of us.
Essentially, what you're gonna do is frost the walls like a cake. It does not need to be pretty, just slap it on the wall. A quick tip is as you're pulling the trowel to you, you wanna flatten it out so it's parallel to the wall. That's what's gonna give you the smoothest texture. And it's just a whole bunch of this for hours on end. Get ready. And regardless of how perfect you did step one, you're still going to have to sand. And when you think you're done sanding, you're not. There's always more to sand. I skim coated and sanded so that everything was flush, but you could still see a little bit of the previous color. Even though you couldn't feel the texture, you could still see the color. I didn't think it was gonna be an issue, and this is a little bit of a foreshadowing. You know what, we'll get there when we get there. You can suffer in real time like I did. So I got this Vasari lime paint at Lowe's. Using a Limewash brush, I'm cross-hatching it onto the wall, and as it dries, you can start seeing little patches where I tried to prime over the pieces of the original wall that were showing through. So I had to re-prime all of the walls. After all the walls are primed, I'm lime washing again. Learning my lesson that no matter what, always prime a wall. Anytime you're working with lime wash, you wanna work the wet edge so that it doesn't dry and you get these harsh lines in between your applications. When you go to lime wash something, make sure you have enough time to do the entire room. Main rules, get it on the wall, spread it out, make it look effortless, even though it's a lot of freaking effort. The trick to getting a lot of dimension in a lime wash is using multiple colors. If you were to put two applications of the same color, you're not gonna get a lot of dimension, it's just gonna look like paint, which defeats the purpose of lime wash. So I'm just adding some pigment into the remaining lime wash that I have, and then I'm applying that sporadically. I did not have enough product, so again, we have reached another problem. But I problem solved enough, so I moved on to something else, so I didn't lose my mind. Knowing that I'm gonna do another full application of lime wash on all four walls, I decided to tackle the ceiling. Also, skim coating the ceiling is a pain in the ass. I didn't even really finish it, so I decided that I was just gonna cover this with something else. I've really been loving these Moroccan thatched roofs lately, so I'm gonna DIY a version of that. I color matched some reeded fencing from Home Depot, and I'm painting a base layer on the ceiling for when it shows through, basically hacking my way into not having to buy as much material. Once that's dry, I'm taking down the tape and repositioning it so that I can apply the last layer of Limewash. This is the same product, same color as before. I'm just adding a different pigment and diluting this enough to where I can do a really light wash over all 4 walls. As I'm feathering it on the wall, I'm leaving a little bit of transparency from the last layer so that it really gives that dimension. Okay, so before we get into the flooring of that room, just wanted to show you what it's like living in the desert. I was vehemently underprepared for all of the wind that would have been here. Oh, this? My house is falling apart. We're gonna take a break and do a quick tour, 360 of the property of what damage did the wind do last night. This is a rainwater collector that was most definitely all the way over there. Okay, it seems like we have a piece of the gutter very far from the actual roof itself. This was once a side table that had a really cool solar lamp. Let's go find the lampshade. Oh, I see it. It's over there. Oh, what's behind the lampshade? The pergola upside down. Here's that lampshade. I think there was more to it than that. It'll be windy one day, and then I wake up and it's like an Easter egg hunt of my property and possessions, just scattered all over the place. Yeah, like this. The hot tub fell apart. Oh, God! Everything's falling apart out here, including me. Just looking at everything I have to pick up is exhausting. This was once a fence, and now it's a walkway, I guess. So let's pretend we didn't see any of this and make some food, because that always solves my problems. All right, folks, what's it gonna be today? Ugh! I literally bought this kale yesterday, had it this morning, was in the bathroom for 2 hours. I am upset, and I would like to speak to the manager. All right, what are my options? I always love not knowing what I get sent, because it's like a surprise every time. I saw someone on Instagram post about pasta, and I was like, man, I would really love to have some pasta. And bitch, that's what we're gonna do. Garlic butter shrimp scampi with not rotten kale. We love to see it. Oh, crumbs! Are you the almost boosh? Are you my almost boosh? Garlic butter shrimp scampi. Here we go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Thank you, HelloFresh, for feeding me, because I swear if it weren't for you, I would exist solely on comfort bagels and kettle chips, which honestly doesn't seem horrible, but at the same time, like the antithesis of nutritious. So I don't have the time or energy to find recipes online, then go to the store to get all the ingredients, come home, prep, and then cook. I don't have the time, I'm not gonna make the time. And now that the holidays are around the corner, everyone's getting busier, including the grocery stores, so I will respectfully pass. Also, why would I do that when I could get chef-crafted recipes and pre-portioned ingredients delivered from the farm to my door in less than 7 days, so I know it's fresh and I didn't have to handpick them? I'm gonna save money on dinner and splurge on holiday shopping. I'm gonna spend less time meal planning and prepping and more time doing this. It's a foolproof plan. All I gotta do is follow the directions, which I can do while dancing. And I recently realized that I only dance when I'm happy. And in this moment, I'm happy because I'm not wasting any of my precious free time on cooking. It's simple, quick, and I know it's always gonna be quality. In the 3+ years that I've been using HelloFresh, they have not missed once. If you want to get in on this, go to HelloFresh.com and use code BATOON70 for 70% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com. The code is BATOON70. You're going to get 70% off plus free shipping. I normally would enjoy this outside, but seeing as it's the set of Wizard of Oz, I guess I'm going to just eat it right here. I do think that this is my most involved DIY to date. Like, everything that you've seen up to this point has probably taken upwards of like a month. So we're taking our time. I'm in my taking my time era. Always finishing as well. Let's see if the next half won't take me an entire month to do. And we're back. I'm cutting to size the reeded fencing that's going to be the ceiling texture. I'm staple gunning this every few inches or so, just getting it on the ceiling. All it has to do is stay. I cut the material to 3 equal widths so that it looks as symmetrical as possible. Then I'm just going in and tapping. Anywhere that it's hanging down, I secure it. Prepping for flooring, I'm taking up this underlayment because the vinyl planks that I have comes with underlayment attached to it. So I'm just getting rid of all of that, and now I'm making room for the planks. Yeah! Now we start the flooring process. Spacing, tapping, installing, and sure, dancing. This is a part of it. This is my favorite part. Look how satisfying this is. Oh, yeah. Now getting to the very end, cutting with a table saw the remaining pieces so that I finish that last row of hardwood. More tapping, more installing, you know the drill. This is the very last piece. Right here. All right, ready? Oh, yeah! It's fully done! Remember in the beginning of this video where I was like, I don't really want to do this. I am so glad that I did it. I'm done. This is one time where it's good that I can't keep my eyes off the ground. It feels like a completely different room. I can't even believe it. Are you kidding me? I did not have this skill a couple days ago. This is why I like DIY so much. One, it costs way less than hiring somebody, but you feel so empowered. I feel like I can do anything. I feel limitless. So this is the end of part one. Part two, I will finish the rest of it. There's some other things I need to do. Like I want to refinish this door. I've got to figure out what to do with this gross inlay. I'll probably do some finishing on the ceiling. I need to do baseboards, and then I obviously need to decorate it. So stay tuned for part two. But before we go, obviously we have to do a before and a mid checkpoint, because it just helps the serotonin. That concludes part one. I don't know how long it'll take me to finish the rest, but I will see you for part two whenever that may be. Have a great day with the rest of your day, and I will see you the next time I do. Bye!